Season 4 of the Irate Gamer Show is perhaps my favorite out of all the seasons, and I can't tell you how many man-hours went into actually bringing that season to life.
Let's show them what we're made of.
Right! What really makes it pop for me is that it's done in an episodic format where it continues from episode to episode to episode. When I first sat down and started working on the first episode of Season 4, I had just gotten an HD camera, and I was starting to do stuff in HD, and it gave you a better picture, gave you better quality and all that stuff. And for a while I wanted to do an episodic type format where things just continued from one episode to the next. And around that time, I was watching some great shows like Dexter, True Blood, all these shows that continued from episode to episode. And I thought, if I wanted to do the same type of thing, now would be the best time.
Well, I think it's time for my medication.
As far as the storyline goes, I wanted something that was epic, something that would really make it a life or death type of situation that I wanted to put the Irate Gamer in. And I knew from the beginning the end game would be putting him and 4 of his friends in the Power Rangers vehicles. Now all I needed was, okay, how do we build up to that point?
So hard to find good minions these days.
Now, on the other hand, picking the 7-Up game for the first episode, it's funny because I actually picked this game because I knew at the very end of this game, you have that little picture where it says take a picture of the screen and send it in to receive a prize. Well, nobody knows what this prize is, and I thought, I could work with this and make this a joke. So yeah, that whole game was picked just so I could make a joke on the end. And I thought, what better thing to get in the mail than a box of all the games that they couldn't sell originally back in the day.
No!
But choosing the 7-Up game was kind of a blessing in disguise too, because it allowed me to bring back the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah! And with this season, I really wanted to bring back all the characters that had appeared in the past 3 seasons. This was going to be pretty much a group effort. I would kind of be the main player in this season, but I wanted all these supporting characters to kind of interact around me, because of course I was building up to the Megazord fight. At that time, I didn't know who the 5 people would be in the Battlezords. I knew, okay, yeah, the Irate Gamer's going to be there, but who are the other 4 going to be? So this whole time I'm thinking, okay, let's just play with all these characters, see how the story flows, and when the time comes, we'll just pick, okay, we'll pick him, and him. So when we got to the He-Man part of the storyline, there are certain things I needed to put in place. And of course, I knew the endgame of the Megazord battle. There are certain elements that that weren't in place yet. People like Zordon. I needed a character that could summon these robots and summon Chris into this world. Hey Rob, check out this new sword I got. And to further the plot, I came up with this thing called the Inferno Force, which, when the Irate Gamer calls upon it, he's got these certain powers.
I have the power!
So that was an element where I thought, okay, if we introduce this, we can kind of spend a couple episodes of him summoning the Inferno Force and learning to control it, and I thought that was fun. So that took a couple episodes.
Hey neighbor, you have a cup of sugar I could... Never mind.
And I chose He-Man because it was a nice vehicle for the Inferno Force to be played out. He could summon it with the sword, and of course, as you know, He-Man summons the power of Eternia through his sword.
Alright, BattleBot, let's try this again.
And of course, the story with the Inferno Force just spilled over into the Silver Surfer episode, which was a review I've been wanting to do for a very long time.
What?
It was nice to tie in the Inferno Force thing so the Irate Gamer could summon a surfboard, go into the game, and destroy it from the inside out. I've always envisioned my review of the Silver Surfer that way, and it was nice enough now that I was using a software program where I could pull it off. And a lot of this was done by taking images of the actual level and then using camera image manipulation to make it look like I was flying down a corridor. Yeah, it just took a lot of time and a lot of work. I'm kind of glad I waited, because if I had done that, years prior when I wanted to first initially do the episode, I wouldn't have been able to visually give that justice. The final scene, the ending sequence of part 3, took a long time, and I had it rummaging around in my head for a few months. I'm like, okay, how can I do this? Who should show up? I want cameos. Who should be there? Whatever. And of course, somebody that we haven't seen for a while was the angel and the devil on the shoulders from the Indiana Jones episode. And I also wanted to do a series of gags that only fans of the show would really pick up on. Stuff like Carl. Damn it, Carl, not now! And when I did the crowd scene, I wanted the same thing. You'd see just a cavalcade of people from the past 3 seasons show up. Kool-Aid Man, the Hulk guy, the Dr. Mario virus sprites, Hubert, Goro, the Noid, Aladdin, Mayor McCheese and Captain Crook, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Lakitu, the Forest Goblin Duck Hunt Dog, Eggplant Wizard, Ronnie's brother, and of course I threw in just, stupid stuff like a guy cheering so hard that he has a heart attack. And there are a bunch of other people that I put into the crowd scene that I've had interactions with while I have done the Irate Gamer show. But it was kind of cool to bring them all together for the ending scene and just really play it out. No! Ah, shit! I spent a lot of time thinking about how I should wrap up this whole story, and I think it came together very well. Of course, I wanted the Shadow Overlord to be crushed by his own creation. I thought that was a great ultimate demise of him.
You two will rule a day, that you!
Well, you wanna get some pizza?
Sure. And of course, at the very, very end, after the credits ran, I wanted to have Satan just cleaning up hell, and of course you see the big mountain of Aladdin sprites in the background that fell down there in the Aladdin episode. But I just wanted him to be cleaning up hell, and then boom, the bottom half of the robot falls into hell, because earlier in the episode Chris says, now we're gonna send this robot back to hell where it came from. And yeah, they did. So I don't know if anybody caught that, but that's exactly how that came to be.
Oh, damn it!